So I want to talk to you guys about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. First off, spoiler alert, you don't need to stay to the end of the credits. It's not a Marvel Studios film, though it is very, very obvious that Sony is trying to copy the same formula. It definitely suffered from too much plot, too little movie syndrome. It's like they tried to fit in all these different plot threads, but didn't quite have the same Marvel magic to handle it. I mean, it's obvious they're definitely setting up for a multi-film major franchise, which on the plus side is good for us, but it also means that Spider-Man won't be coming home anytime soon, which really sucks because I really, really want to see Civil War, and Spider-Man's a big part of that, and I kind of want to see Steve Rogers get assassinated, and then Stephen Colbert take up the shield, and then Ashley goes over to Bucky, but comic spoiler alert. Anyway, as for the film itself, it actually wasn't bad. The production values weren't terrible, actually pretty good, in fact. And everyone really did a pretty good job. I mean, there were very good, deep emotional moments that weren't forced. Although, because, again, they're trying to fit too much plot into so little movie, there are definitely some character development that really should have taken, years and months, but instead happened over the course of a couple hours. But, the effects are actually, well, of course the effects were going to be amazing, but there are actually times where I could have sworn they used practical effects instead of CGI, and that's always a plus in my book. You don't want to rely too heavily on CGI because, with the first Amazing Spider-Man, I mean, there were moments where that lizard made us cringe. It was that bad. Of course, Stan Lee has a cameo. But, it's not a terrible movie. I mean, really, honestly, one of the better parts was Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. And I don't know if it was the writers or just the fact that Andrew himself is a Spider-Man fanboy, but Spider-Man's unique humor and lightheartedness definitely came through in this film. I almost want to say it reached near Deadpool-esque levels. Everyone in the movie did a very good job. There were no over-the-top bad performances. Honestly, the only gripe I have with the movie is just the fact that it was really blatantly obvious that they were trying to cram too much into too little. But even then, it was a pretty long movie. On the whole, I mean, definitely go see it. Definitely pay to go see it, because the movie does deserve your money. There was no insults to the fans. In fact, there were tons of throwbacks to the fans, references that only fans would get. And, I want to give the movie an A-, but I really kind of got to go and give it a B+, only for the fact that this movie does have a major 3D release, and there were definitely obvious moments where they're trying to milk that cash cow for all it's worth. And that's just not cool. I mean, come on. Give us more credit. Yeah, I mean, like I said, go see it. Pay money to go see it. And don't lament the fact that Spider-Man is at a foster studio. They're treating him well, even if they won't let him play with the other children.